Welcome back, everybody. Every September, there's an exciting day where over 30 of our area's museums are absolutely free, F-R-E-E, to visit. Austin Museum Day is on the 22nd this year, and Kate Betts is here to tell us more, along with Kristen Johnson from the Bullock, Texas State History Museum. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you both here. Kate, we're going to start with you. Talk to us about Austin Museum Day.
So Austin Museum Day is a wonderful tradition. This is our 27th year of Austin Museum Day. Arguably one of our favorite days of the year because you get to see what the Austin community is all about. But it is a free day, as you said, where more than 30 places get to show you what they are all about as far as museums are concerned. They'll have activities, they'll have tours, they'll have all kinds of fun stuff to do.
That's awesome. And you say for people who are maybe kind of touching the cultural landscape of museums, this is kind of a low stakes way to do it. Talk to me about that.
That's right. So there are so many places to come. You don't have to make a reservation. You don't have to decide in advance. You can go to a place for 15 minutes or you can go to a place for 3 hours. So there are places in Austin. There are also places outside of Austin. So Johnson City, Marble Falls, Williamson County, Bastrop, all these places. So if you live in the outer portions and you still want to take part, you can. You don't have to come downtown. If you want to come downtown, come downtown. Go by foot, put your walking shoes on, see as many places as you want to.
I love it. Okay, and I mean, this seems like a broad question, but as far as museums, of course, we're talking usually about history. Can you give me just an idea of the range of the museums we've got in this area?
Absolutely. We have a ton of history. We also have really amazing art, contemporary traditional art. We have science museums. We have children's museums. We have places that don't have their own physical space, but are doing activities all over town. So make sure that you check out that map. In the Austin Chronicle, there'll be a map that Cap Metro has put together for us. You can see all of the more than 30 places that are taking part and all of their different activities.
Wonderful. And you told me, you know, when we're talking about what makes this year special, it's that even more is coming online.
That's right, absolutely. So as we continue to get back to normal and as Austin continues to grow, everywhere is offering something. You have something for absolutely everybody from 2 to 102 and for any kind of subject matter that they're interested in.
Sounds good to me. Okay, Kristen, we're going to talk specifically about the Bullock Museum. Tell us why you guys wanted to participate and a little bit more about what the museum offers.
Yeah, we love Austin Museum Day. For some people, it's their first time coming to different museums throughout the city. And the Bullock Museum will have free admission from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and family activities from 10 to 2. And we're going to be the headquarters for the Austin Museum Day. So it's a really good place to start your journey. You can pick up your materials there and then take a look at the Bullock and then head about. There's a lot of university museums as well that are walking distance. And we have 3 floors of galleries. We've got IMAX movies, and we're going to have very interactive stations throughout the museum. And we're going to have a Native American flute group coming in, and they're going to be playing music as you kind of wander around, and you'll get to hear those sounds too. So it'll be a really neat event.
Wonderful vibes. Okay, the Bullock Museum is just down the road from KXAN. You guys are a short commute for us. For people who haven't been there before, what is it that the museum does?
Yeah, so the museum's a great way to teach Texas history for someone who might be learning it for the first time, coming from a different country or state, or also a good refresher for, if you learned it in school and you've forgotten a lot of things, or if you're trying to just teach your children. And it goes through history by floor and different topics and different galleries. And there's a little something for everyone there and something interactive for each age group. And it's a really great intergenerational museum to really learn about history together.
And I think not every museum has an IMAX theater. Why don't we talk about kind of the integration of using that theater and what sort of shows you guys have?
Yeah, so we have typical popular IMAX films, and we have a huge screen, and it's a really unique experience. And we also get very fascinating documentary screenings. We have 2 new ones. One's about Impressionist art, and one's about ancient caves right now. Ooh. And so those do have tickets that you'll have to pay for, but the rest of the museum experience is free on Austin Museum Day.
I love it. I just like the idea that you can bop in and say, oh, this looks really cool. We're going to have to come back next weekend. You know what I mean? Just to give a little taster of all these different wonderful museums. You guys have a ton of activities going on at the Bullock. So beyond Museum Day, can you talk to me about some of the other things you have on the docket?
Yeah, so the first Sunday of every month is also a free day. So if you can't make it out to Austin Museum Day, the first Sunday in October is going to be themed around Texas sports, and we'll have a lot of different sports organizations coming in. And each one has a theme and lots of family activities from 10 to 2 and free admission from 10 to 5. And then we also have a program called Little Texans. That's for the little ones to have kind of that first museum experience. And we also have American Indian Heritage Day coming up next Friday, and it's a great way for you to see American Indian dances, learn about the culture, and get to do some hands-on activities.
Wonderful. And you brought this incredible display for me today.
Yeah.
Does this involve any of your upcoming exhibits?
This will be a part of our Austin Museum Day. We'll have different stations throughout the galleries, and this one will be in front of our bison statue. And this one teaches about how American Indians used many different parts of the bison to make different things in their lives, such as clothing, shelter, tools, utensils.
My eyes are like this big. Like, this is crazy to look at some of this stuff. I mean, like, for example, this is a tool, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, they've chipped away at this bone, and what would this be used for?
That was a scraping tool that they would use to prepare hide in different ways. So they would soften hide and tan it, use it for clothing, but they'd also leave the fur on to use it for warmth, or let it dry and have it be hard for soles of shoes and things like that.
Gotcha. You say this is a children's favorite.
Yeah, so we love having them guess what this was and also what it was used for. And this is a bison bladder that was used as a canteen.
I feel weird for touching it, but I mean, the thought is, like, back in the olden days, people were drinking out of these, right? Absolutely, and such an ingenious way to carry water around. Then not only that, but it's decorative in nature, right? They went all the way to jewelry.
Yeah, the bison teeth, and then also the horn utensils and dishes are really beautiful.
Gosh, that is really, no way, this is old?
That's horn, yeah. So that's made out of bison horn.
From the olden times. This looks like something you would see in Crate and Barrel today, which isn't real horn.
So I love when we have these tables out, such as on Austin Museum Day, because the kids really get to touch things that they are learning about. And I think the hands-on element throughout the galleries really helps make that connection and learning stronger for them.
That is so cool. Okay, last question coming back to you, Kate. Is there anything else we need to know? You said if you don't want to wait, there's actually one museum that starts early.
That's right. So the M.S. Barrientos Mexican American Cultural Center will have their activities on Saturday compared to Sunday. And just as you heard from Kristen, there really is something that people will connect to no matter where you go. So there's no bad choice to make on Awesome Museum Day. Everywhere is going to have something great. Just depends on what you're interested in.
Absolutely. So much to learn in this city. It's so cool. All right, y'all, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Guys, visit austinmuseumday.org to see all of the participating museums, and you can head to thestorofoftexas.com to keep up to date with the Bullock Museum.